With Old Man Butters, we are back. We just broadcasted the Cobra Kai All-Star Open, and we are just getting ready to go on the Cobra All-Star Race Series. Series because it's going to be a 3-race series. They're going to run 3 races here coming up. They're going to run trucks, they're going to run Xfinity, and then they're going to run Cup. Or is it Cup and Cup? I might have had that backwards.
Nope, you're right.
Okay.
The first round here tonight will be at Michigan with the Cup truck, the trucks at Michigan, and then the next round will be Xfinity in Texas, and then the third round is going to be Cup cars in Iowa. Finale.
All right, so I'm just telling a buddy of mine to make sure he hits like on this page, and I hope that everybody is. If you're watching, hit like. Make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, because this is a premier online racing series. You're looking at my beautiful Xfinity scheme, a Darrell Waltrip throwback on your screen, because I don't know where else to throw the screen right now. So you're just going to look at this nice car for the next few minutes. The All-Star guys, the top 20, they are they're probably qualifying, just starting to qualify right now. So we're just going to wait for them to finish qualifying. We'll get an invite into the race, and then we'll get going here. But we'll talk to you for a little bit before we get going. In the Open, so the top 5 had moved on, but we had Long Live the Sauce, the number 19 car, who you'll see up here. He won the first 2 stages. That put him in the race. And then after that, the top 4 ended up making the race after that. And that ended up being Robbie Racing, who drives the number 37. Chase Beatty, who drives the number 10 car. Kelvin drives the number 2, and the number 41 driven by Awesome. And then we had a fan vote who got through, and that was actually the 5th place car who got the fan vote, and that was Derek Cope 10, otherwise known as Atlanta Braves fan. So congratulations to those guys. They all made it through to the All-Star race.
Yeah, so it was a very good race there, that Open. If anybody out there missed it, I would imagine most of you guys watched it, and it was a very entertaining race. So, yeah, as we go into this first round here with the guys at Michigan here in trucks, you're going to have 21 cars into that field, and only 17 are going to move on out of round 1. So, it's going to be very interesting. So, it's going to be some high banging racing again. Also, just too, of being at Michigan, it's going to be another 25% race, so that's going to work out for 25 laps, and it's going to be on high draft again. So, I believe high draft is on all 3. Yeah, so that's one of the twists that Long Live the Sauce implemented in here in this rule package here for the All-Star event. So
that's really going to come into play at Michigan, yeah.
These guys are going to come in. There shouldn't be really too many guys pulling away from each other. We're going to have close racing the whole night.
All right, so awesome. The guys you'll start seeing in this race, if you watch our races before, you're going to see Fire Slayer, you're going to see Aquatati, who you just heard in the booth with us in the last race. You're going to see, name some guys, you're going to see Picola Gator, all right, you're going to see Gator Mike, he's going to be in this race. So a lot of names that you would recognize from our races in the past, especially race winners. That's how you got in this race. And then like our commissioner here, Butters, said, it's going to be the top 17 after the first round that's going to move on. So anybody that finishes 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, they're going to be out for the night. They're going to come over and watch with the rest of you. Paul Mayer already in the YouTube chat. Let's go get her done, boys. Taddy or Robbie for the win. You can't decide.
So let's just touch base here. We already mentioned the 5 guys that got in through the Open. Just to do a quick rundown of the guys that were locked in already, and quick rundown of Big Jim, the Aquatati, Gator Mike 89, Fire Slayer, RJ Smitty, Higgy, Sharp, Picola Gator, Mike Marini, Draven, Mike G, Drunkfest, Lucy Goosey, GTR Jacob, and Blakey T. So that's our field tonight, boys, in our All-Star event. So plus the 5 guys that come out of the Open. So yeah, it's going to be some wild racing here.
Awesome. I can't wait for it. I'm actually trying to get the word out right now. I should have done this earlier. But I'm trying to get the word out, get some more viewers from people I know, some race fans, some friends of mine. Oh, we just got the invitation So I'm gonna have to get in there very soon. I haven't gotten the okay to get in there yet. But look, I was excited for that open race. I can't wait to see what happens here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I couldn't predict one thing right now.
Seriously, I have no idea what's going to happen.
Bring your night to an early end. I mean, there is no favorite. I mean, there really isn't. You can't go into any one of these races saying.
Timer's going, so we'll be getting in there momentarily. Hey, make sure you send Long Live the Sauce a invite, just in case he's out. He said he would come join us. That way, if he comes out, he can come back in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right. So again, on your screen is my beautiful Xfinity car. We're just waiting to get the go-ahead to get into the race. It's going to happen any second now.
Yep, we got the green light.
Oh, we got the green light. We're going in now. All right, here we go. Connecting to network, and we are in. Paul Bear, yeah, they're both really good friends, and both were my captains in GRL, so yeah, can't pick either way. Aquatati said join. All right, so we're in. We got the Fanatec screen on, and when we get in there, it should be green flag go.
Yep, I'll be joining here real soon here. I'm just shooting along with this last couple of invites.
All right, they haven't even started yet. They're still loading itself. Here they are. They are driving the trucks. So that number 9 is Sharp 24. Big Chase Elliott fan. Chasey McSpin, as I like to call him now. But here he goes, leading the field to the start-finish line. And into turn number 1, we got a Dale Earnhardt lookalike car. That number 20 just up above him. That is Drunkfest 17. Starting in third place is RJ Smitty. He's driving that another black car, number 47. And the number 12 of Gator Mike starts fourth. And Long Live the Sauce, who won the first 2 stages of the open race you just watched, is starting in fifth. So there's your top 5 as we come down the back straightaway. Turn number 3, here they come. Gator Mike on the high side. He started fourth, but he's already going to end up in second. Here comes Drunkfest, as a matter of fact, not Gator Mike. Drunkfest coming to second place in that number 20. Love how it's number 20, and he's got the Dale Earnhardt looking scheme on it. That's pretty cool. I wonder who his favorite driver was growing up.
Probably not Dale Earnhardt. So yeah, it looks like we're going through a little bit here. Number 47, RJ Smitty there. Yeah, so far these custom jobs are looking. Most of these custom jobs are looking pretty sweet.
All right, we're on Gator Mike. We're going to go on board as he's drafting down the back straightaway here. You got the 47. I'm trying to remember. It's RJ Smitty down in third place. We're going to get through the rest of this field, but they're all tightly wound up right here for the lead. Top 3 kind of getting in a draft. Maybe they're going to take it slow. I don't know. Really, up front is it's safe. So we should maybe head out to the back. We're going to skip through. There's 20 cars in this field, so let's get through them. Here we are on Mike Marini, who's driving the 18 truck right now. He's got the 37 of Robbie Racing just above him. And he's in 16th. This is 16th, so the 33 car, that is 17th. That is your transfer spot. Just behind the 33, that guy, the 29, he is out. He will not be making it if that's where they finished right now. But we got a long way to go. 25% race here at Michigan. That's 25 laps. Actually, it's 50 laps. Am I wrong? Because that's a 200 lap race, 25% is 50 laps.
Yeah, it'd be 50 laps. So yeah, it was posted wrong in the Discord. But yeah, so right, stages are on. I would hope. Yeah, it's got to be 50 laps.
Yeah, it's got. Yeah.
5 laps, we ain't gonna have much for stage runs. So.
That's true. Mike Marini actually lost a bunch of spots back here. You got the 21 to Picola Gator, that black 21 just ahead of him. Not sure who's in the 29. I'm trying to figure that out. Fire Slayer's driving the 17. I actually know for a fact that Fire Slayer loves that number 17 truck, so much so that he gets very... Oh, he's spinning! And the 48 of Loosey Goosey hits him. He's up into the wall. That's a terrible position to be, but we got stage 1. Hopefully he can get back up to the field for stage number 2. We just happened. He just gave him the camera broadcaster curse. That's for sure. Real sorry to Fire Slayer on that one. I was just saying, yeah, thanks, Wasted. You don't say. You just said commentator's curse. I was just saying that Fire Slayer loves that 17 truck because I also always drive a 17 numbered vehicle, and Fire Slayer always gets a little teed off that I take it from him. But be that as it may, we already got our first caution here in stage number 1. It only took a couple of laps. But they'll get wound up, and we'll get back up to the front as we got to focus here on the number 21. Real simple black scheme for Picola Gator here.
Yeah, so I just wanted to mention, I kind of noticed you mentioned the number 20 run of Dale Earnhardt type throwback scheme. I'm looking here, riding around with Kelvin here in the 29. It looks like he's riding around in one of the original Kevin Harvick number 29 schemes. So.
Oh, that's interesting. Let me go find him. You said that's Kelvin?
He should be starting outside second row now, I believe.
Well,
number
where he's
29. He must have stayed out. He's on the front row with the 20.
Yeah, we're trying to get to him. Well, we're on Drunk Fest here. I didn't quite get to Kelvin, but we're hanging on the 20. We see Kelvin right up here close by. There he is, that white 29. Sharp down low, that's your pole sitter. He's driving that orange and black number 9 truck. And look, I don't know if they keep the same schemes going into the next race when they go to the Xfinity cars. So for our sake, I hope they do. We are on board with RJ Smitty. He's driving that 47 Mac Tools truck, and he's in the middle of it right here towards the front. He's in about 6th place. 3 wide for the lead as Sharp takes it. I'm going to be honest, some of these trucks are a little too simple, and you can't tell what the numbers are on them. That is Gator Mike in 2nd place. There, I saw number 12 on the bumper there. So Gator Mike, the 51 truck right here. Not sure who he is. I think next year we don't do this because you can't tell who anybody is on the broadcast. Big Jim is in the 51. I should have known. I should have known that was Big Jim. What's Taddy's number and Robbie's numbers? Well, we'll take a... Oh, we're spinning again already. Let's look back. The 17 is again spinning. That's uncharacteristic of the 17. I don't know what happened there. Oh, we see the Fire Slayer spinning around again. There's Robbie Racing. He's in the 37. Same scheme, color scheme as he was driving in the previous race. And Aqua Taddy, he's in the 1, I think. But let's find him. Where is he? There he is.
Yep, that's Taddy. Taddy's in the 1. So,
yeah, Liberty University car.
Their cup car number. So.
Yeah, that should help keep it easy, but, you know, the color schemes throw you off.
All season, when, we ran, Taddy was running 37 all the way up to last week, so kind of hard that burned in our heads at 37.
Seriously. And there's the 14 Gator Jacob, GTR Jacob in the 14 in that white truck. That font, I know guys like this font. I find it very weird, that number font, that broken number. I'm not a big fan. I'm just going to be honest. But it looks good on the 14 with that scheme. I'll give them that. Aqua Taddy up front, 2nd place, and the 6 car, that used to be Fire Slayer driving the 6. Now it's Mike G. He's on the pole. Maybe they didn't pit. Maybe they took only fuel. But here they go. A field of 20 cars in this all-star race. We are in a week's break. We had the regular season end just last week. We're going to start the playoffs this coming week. Butters, how many races do we have in the playoffs?
We got 8 races.
All right, so pay attention every Friday night for the next 8 weeks as we have these guys battling for a championship. A lot of the guys, most of the guys you see in this race will be battling for said championship. There goes the 1 of Aqua Taddy down low on the number 6 truck. I gotta start saying truck, right? Big Jim just behind him, and Gator Mike in 4th. Those guys were up front just before. Sharp, your pole sitters right there in 5th. And there's a really good-looking Days of Thunder-looking scheme. That's the 47 car of RJ Smitty. 4 wide in turn number 1 for the 6 and the 9 up high. Sharp's got to get out of that. And we got a car up hit the wall, too. Trying to see if anything happened to him back there. I don't think so. I think everyone's okay. We're on board with Fire Slayer. We should get off of that just in case he does something else. Mike G down low gets into Gator Mike, but he's able to get 3rd place from about 6th now. And he's going to get a draft off of the 12. Big Jim's going to squeeze down in there. What are these trucks, about 18 and 18 feet long? That's about as wide as that hole was for Big Jim. He gets the draft, then he pulls up high to get a move on the 12, but he's not going to get there. And Mike G is going to hold his spot here just behind Gator Mike. But Big Jim is going to fight back on the outside. Let's go outside of this car so we can see more what's going on. RJ Smitty not into following the 6, trying to make a move down low, but If he does that, he's going to lose the draft, so he wisely gets right back in. Aquatati still hanging on to the 51 truck in the 1, going into turn number 3 here. On board with Loosey Goosey in the 48. We saw him get kind of involved. Oh, another broadcaster's curse. Get out of here. As soon as we go on board with Goosey, hits the apron, and spins out and takes out a couple of cars. Do we have another yellow flag? No, we don't. They are still racing up there up front. Kind of crazy, actually, to not have a yellow flag for that one. I don't mean it, everybody. I'm not trying to curse these guys, but that's twice. 3 times, honestly, if you count Fire Slayer twice.
So, quick question for you, Brink. Did you happen to get Caddy's stream up?
I'm actually doing it as we speak, so I'm going to check that out.
No, that's fine. We're just looking for laps. So, yeah, I mean, you know, looking at Michigan here, you know, like we mentioned before, you know, high draft. Oh, we got another truck going through the grass, number 22.
Wasted has requested we no longer say his name come next Friday.
Okay. That's the deal, Wasted. We got a deal.
Gator Beatty, Chase Beatty, he's driving the 33 truck here. He is supposed to be driving the 10 truck, but driving the 33 here. Good looking scheme in that black and white number 33. He's taking a draft off of Picola Gator, who's taking a draft off of Long Live the Sauce in that green and black 19 truck. They've settled down a bit here.
And like I was just going to make a point, you know, we were talking about high draft and all 3 of these tracks or rounds, but I think Michigan has the most effective high draft. You know what I'm kind of saying there?
Oh no, you're absolutely right. I think we were just at Auto Club.
This track the most.
Extreme Dirt Racing, good to see you. How you doing here tonight? Glad that you're aboard watching this Cobra All-Star race here at Michigan Speedway. There's a couple of guys who got caught up in that wreck. They're still in the back of the pack, but we are focused here on the number 14 of Jacob. He's trying to move back up through the field in that Napa black and white truck. Real simple black and white truck. You know, I just wanted to say, I saw a picture of, I think it was Daytona. It could have been Darlington. I can't remember. It was an old picture. And I saw Napa on the wall, and it was from like the 60s. And I thought it was really awesome to see like Napa, the same looking logo, like nothing has changed. 1960s. They've been around for a long time. So good job for Jacob getting Napa out here in this all-star race. And there also, Mike G has Napa in a more apropos blue and red scheme. These guys really went all out, really got creative and put some good schemes out there. 47 of RJ Smitty is now your lead. It looks like we may have another yellow flag. They are slowing down. We have a yellow flag. Not sure what happened. We weren't on the guy this time, so whatever happened, it's not our fault.
But it could also be the end of the stage.
Well, if it was on the last lap, and a caution still would have come out.
Okay, I got you.
So I'm trying to find out. Yeah, these guys are pitting. We have 9 laps remaining in the stage, so that was not the end of the stage.
Okay. Yeah, that number 21 truck with Pete Cola there, that's just, you know, your basic black and white scheme, but you know, that looks pretty sharp. You know, we've got the white numbers with the white rims, so you don't have to necessarily get fancy to make it look good either.
No, it's true. A couple of guys stayed out. They're sharp, though. He's middle of the pack. He was your pole sitter. I'm going to try and get to the back of this pack because as we get through the race, this is where the action is going to be. Because like we said, the top 17 trucks are going to move on to the Xfinity version at Iowa. And I'm back here on Robbie Racing. Nobody has lagged out. So, well, has anybody lagged out? No, nobody's lagged out. So let's stay back here. We're on Loosey Goosey right now. We've already cursed him once, so it won't happen again, will it? How many trucks started the race, Butters?
Should have been 21.
21. All right, so if we have 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that means the 22 is in your transfer spot right there. That's awesome. And just below him is the 11. That's Higgy.
Oh, they're wrecking again.
Thanks, Paul. You're doing a great job watching us. Really enjoyed it. Oh, we had another guy go up on the wall. Not the guy we were on, though. But a couple of guys got spun back there. Looks like Long Live the Sauce, the 11 of Higgy. We did just mention his name. He got put back there as well. The 37 of Robbie Racing we just saw drive by. Let's see who was back there, because that's going to be important. The 22 of Awesome is just hanging on back here. He's kind of tapping the wall, so it's going to hamper him from trying to catch the draft to get back up here. It's about the guys who are in, or who are still racing, who didn't get caught up in that wreck. That looks like, you know, trying to guess the top 17. I'm trying to count trucks as the camera angles move, but it's, you know, not the easiest thing to do. Oh, the 33 of Chase Beatty is spinning around. He got tapped in the rear. He got loose on the front straightaway entering turn 1, and he got turned. Not sure who might have turned him, but he definitely had help.
I just seen the number 19 and the one that saw scrape the wall again. So.
Yeah, that's going to be good news for Awesome as he was hanging on.
He's got a little more of a struggle here in this truck race than he did back in the open. So.
Well, you know, now the back of the field, like I was saying, that's important. You know, in the other race, they were trying to win the stage. They were trying to get in the top 5. They're trying to get to the front. Now the back of the field, they're fighting just to not to lose too many positions.
Right.
We're going to go on board with the 21 truck. We're trying to get a lap count from the 1 car as we're on his stream. But P-Cola Gator, he's taking it real smooth down the back straightaway. Fire Slayer's on his inside. As you see, Sharp jumps down low on that orange number 9. This Cola's going to take it safe, a high line. He's probably got someone below him. Yes, he does. The 87 of Derek Cope. And then the 51 of Big Jim. We saw him up front, but now he's mid-pack right now. The 14 of Jacob is just behind him. Cola losing a few spots here, but we know Cola, he's a conservative, safe driver. He's not going to try and get in too many awkward positions because he's patient. He knows that he's fast enough. He can move back up through the field. Fire Slayer racing real hard down there on the bottom line. No, he's been moving back up through the field as he's taking a draft off of the number 1 truck. The 87, maybe a little bit of a lag off the wall, gets down into the 21 truck, who also gets into the 51, but everyone seems to make it out alive. But the 20 of Drunk Fest will win out on all of that as he takes those positions from everybody who just had a little contact.
Yeah, I'm just kind of running around, just kind of paging through here as we go through, but I'm just trying to catch some action. But right now I'm riding with the number 18 Marini.
Oh, the 18 and the 21, they're spinning. Incredible. The 6'2 of Mike G, who started up front for this race. And they got to get going because this might be near the 17. Oh, I think we have a... Oh, no. We may have had a lag out. They're still going. Is this a yellow? No, this is a yellow. They have a yellow flag. Aquatati stream. Not sure if it ended. That would be terrible if it did for him. But that means he lagged out. No, that was the end of it. That was the last lap, and that was the end of it. So guess what? Kelvin is 17th. Robbie Racing ends up 16th. He'll make it going forward. I wish that Mike Marini would scroll down the list here so we could see the rest. But we're going to need some help to figure out who didn't make it into the next round. Now he's moving up, not down. That doesn't help us, Marini. Gator Beatty, Higgy Wicks, and Kelvin, they're going to miss out. And, yeah, I don't know who was 20th. He won't go all the way down that way. Oh, he won the stage, so he should be... Oh, so that means that Robbie Racing is going to miss out.
Not necessarily. We got to do it's the top 17 after the race.
No, that wasn't the stage, buddy. The race ended.
That was the end of the race.
That was the end of the race. They must have done a 25 lap instead of a 25%.
I got you.
So we're going to have to get out of this and just wait to get re-invited in.
Oh, that went fast.
Yeah, it did. Well, that's good. That's good. It keeps us excited. We're getting ready for the next one.
So who was the cutoff?
I'm not sure. We're going to have to wait and see from the guys in the chat. If you want to get on that for us, that'd be really appreciated.
Well, if everybody stayed in.
I don't even know who won the race, actually, because we were in mid-pack when it ended.
By the looks of this, it looks like Sharp. They're starting to jumble now, so I'm not sure. Yeah, they're all backing out of the...
Here we go, official results. So Gator Beatty was 19th, Higgy Wicks was 18th, Kelvin was 17th. But all I had is 19. I don't have a... So I guess only 19 cars made the race here. So that means, if that's true, only 2 guys missed out, Higgy Wicks and Chase Beatty. Fan favorite, Chase Beatty.
So RJ Smitty was your winner.
Come get your hot dogs.
Sharp finishing third. The number 4th spot was the number 17 of Fire Slayer. Coming home 5th was GTR Mike. Your 6th place finisher was number 51 of Big Jim. Drunkfest finished 7th. GTR Jacob comes home 8th. GTR Picola Gator comes home 9th with Mike Marini finishing 10th.
And 11 goes to Derek Cope 10. 12th, Mike G. 13th, Lucy Goosey in that 48. Awesome, ends up 14th. Long Live the Sauce in your Mountain Dew 19 truck was 15th. Robbie Racing is 16th. 17th was TK270 Kelvin. Higgy WX was 18th. And rounding out the field, your fan favorite and mine, Chase Beatty.
Yeah, so a tough break there for Higgy and Beatty as Kelvin takes home that final transfer spot. So as we now we'll be moving on to our Xfinity race here. So these top 17 guys move on to the Xfinity part where they're going to be racing Texas. Now, if it holds true, it shows another 25 lap race. If this isn't a misprint, but it's saying in our notes here, it says, it does say 25%, 50 laps. So that's probably right.
Okay. All right, so we'll see 17 Xfinity cars in this race. They got to keep the same numbers. I'm assuming they'll keep similar or, close to similar schemes, so that might help you out. But the numbers will be the same. They're supposed to be the same.
They should be the same, but obviously we're not going to penalize anybody.
Right, because we're here for fun. We're just for fun.
Moving pieces, and yeah, it's for fun. We're not going to, there's a lot of moving pieces this week, trying to keep everybody up to snuff on things, and we're not going to blame anybody if they miss something.
That's a really good question, Paul Bear. Did Taddy lag out? Because I didn't see him in the top 10. Oh, he finished second. He finished in second, so he did not lag out. Yeah, he's good. It looks like we had two guys who couldn't show up, and they missed out. That's the unfortunate part. So, like we said earlier before the race started, Butters, you had a little twist. One of the guys in the open race, the Hard Luck Award, he won $20. We're going to get him a little bit of cash for his efforts, so he doesn't feel too bad about himself.
Yeah.
And is it time to give the twist now, or should we wait?
We can work into that. I just want to say that with the winner of that $20 from the Open, that the Hard Luck Award was going to went to Kenny B. So congratulations, Kenny. There, you picked up a little extra $20 there, part of the purse here that we put on for this. So
some beer money.
Moving forward here, we're going to have. So the guys all know that the winner, it's a winner take all here at the end of the night, and these guys are going to be running for it's a total purse of between all those admins that kind of kicked in some cash. And so these guys are going to be all running. It's going to be $125 that's going to be passed on to these guys for first place. So I know a bunch of the guys have been asking all night, all day. So how much is it? And we're like, we'll let you know when the time comes. But,
yeah.
that will be the total. And then also there's one little twist that Lucy Goosey put in, one of her admins. There's gonna be a bonus of a $20 payout for a mystery finishing spot. We will reveal that at the end of the race. But some lucky gentleman at the end, a certain finishing spot, is gonna also pick up a cool $20. So just something that we wanted to show appreciation to the guys of this league. These guys, we put in a lot of hard work. These guys put a lot of hard work back. I mean, they enjoy the league, and we just want to show our appreciation for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, all for fun. These guys, the regular season ended last week. The regular season ended last week, and we gave them a little bit of a break so that the rest of these guys, not everybody made it into the playoffs, but they're still in the series. They're still racing for pride. They're still racing for wins. They're still racing to play spoiler. So, but right here, any of those guys, they can become the hero. They can look like the driver they want to look like and win this All-Star and win this pot that we are going to announce later on. 2 more races to go. We're going to go to Texas. and then we're going to go to Iowa. And I love that we're ending at Iowa. We're not ending at some big track like we've already been running. And interesting, Texas, everybody knows, and if you don't know, turn number 4 is, as Mike Joy on Sundays might call it, Calamity Corner. It is very loose. A lot of these guys, you got to drive a loose car to be fast, but if you're loose and you're in turn 4 at Texas, you're way loose. So it's going to be interesting to see how on essentially a short run, how loose these guys are setting up their cars for this, what slider they might be putting it on, and if they do pit, what kind of adjustments they might make. We already saw how interesting Michigan got and how aggressive these guys were driving down low. A couple of guys hit the apron and spun out. Fire Slayer, Loosey Goosey, just to name a couple. And here at Texas, you're going to see some similar moves, I do believe.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, these cars are going to be, 50-lap shootout. Yeah, the key is how loose are they going to make these cars. Going back to what you said, Mike Joyce says on Real Life about that corner. When I race it, pardon my French, but that's the old shit corner. So
yeah,
it's so easy to come off that corner. If you don't hit it right, I mean, it's a handful.
And hey, if you're watching, I don't care if you're a member of the league, I don't care if you're a fan just watching, please hit that like button. Subscribe to GC Sports. Make sure you hit that little bell at the top so when our broadcasts start, you'll see it, you'll be aware, and you'll be able to watch it or at least check it out later on when you have the time. We need the views, we need the likes. We are a premier racing series. We're pretty young. This is our second season. The first season was really just feeling it out. This second season has been ultra more competitive. And honestly, 8 weeks from now when we end this season and we start gearing up for season 3, it's going to be even better. We have so many plans. Butters is our commissioner. I am in charge of the Xfinity Series. Long Live the Sauce is basically our operations director. Chase Beatty and Lucy Goosey are also members of the board, and we talk nearly every day about how we can make this league better, about how we can help the drivers compete to their fullest. So we put a lot of effort into this, and I say the word premier, I'm not just throwing it around. This is premier. If you are a racer at any level, if you have this game, get involved. Send a message. Write it in the chat. We'll get you in the Discord. We'll get you in our training series. Training series might be the wrong word, but our feeler series, the test series, the ones where we try you guys out. Once in a while, we throw some test races out there in the middle of the week, some practice races, if you will, for fun. So hang out. You love racing like we do. I grew up I'm from New York, and I guarantee you there's nobody in this state that loves racing more than me. Butters, you're from the great white north of Wisconsin. I don't think there's anybody in Wisconsin that loves racing more than you, and I would include Dick Trickle in that conversation.
Well, you come close, Brigg. It quite ain't Wisconsin. It's Minnesota. But,
oh, my bad. You're right.
Kudos to you. You got me within one state over, but yeah, just going back, I mean, like you said, we work hard. I mean, we got drivers that give input week in and week out. Our goal is to try to make this a premier. I mean, it is a premier, but we were always making it to look better. I mean, going into season 3, we've come up with a few more adjustments. We're just learning process every season, and yeah, I mean, like Brigg said, anybody out there, anybody watching the stream, even the guys that aren't racing right now and they're just watching it, you got buddies out there that are into racing. Talk to them, see if they're interested. Like I said, we're gonna go again in 8 weeks will be a playoff. We're gonna probably have a 2 vacation off of that till we get everything lined up for the next season. But then we're gonna let loose again through the summer. So yeah, like I said, anybody out there interested, get a hold of somebody, an admin. Like I said, the guys that are watching that are already in the league, you got buddies that show interest and might want to give this a shot from other leagues that you're running with them. Hey, we're open for it all. I mean, we'll take it. We're gonna go. We're gonna so-called maybe call an ARCA series. It's gonna be a group of guys that don't get drafted between the Cup and Xfinity guys. At least they're going to have a place to go and race. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be ARCA or if we're just going to incorporate that into our truck night. But that'll be determined later as we get closer. But yeah, I mean, you're showing interest, we're going to have a place for you, man. And yeah, no worries there. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome.
They're qualifying for this. They're doing another qualifying for Texas.
Yes, they will be qualifying.
Okay. So Joe Frazen, by the way, I wanted to, because you said Minnesota, I said Dick Trickle, who's from Wisconsin, but Joe Frazen, one of the most famous race car drivers from Minnesota. He raced in the Cup Series back in the 60s, maybe the 70s, maybe more the 70s actually. He passed away actually 4 or 5 years ago, I want to say. But yeah, that's how much I know about racing. I can tell you the most famous driver from Minnesota.
That's true. I'll give you that, Brink. I will give you that for sure.
I can't think of another one though, I'll tell you.
To be honest with you, I couldn't tell you either.
So yeah, real quick history. I grew up in New York. I was a huge Darrell Waltrip fan. I mean, I was like 8 years old when I saw that Tide ride for the first time. Fell in love with it instantly. Hey, that's like my mom's on the washing machine. I know that stuff. You know, took right to it. Loved Darrell Waltrip through the end of his career. Started rooting for the guy you see on my screen right here, Tony Stewart, because I enjoyed him in Indy, and then when he came to NASCAR, I was a huge fan. Nowadays, I actually drive for his. I root for his driver, Chase Briscoe. So I'm rooting for him. He had a good showing at Auto Club. That's where I stand. Butters, what's the guys you tend to root for on Sundays?
Well, I'm a big Stewart Haas guy also. I mean, I'm a big, also Chase Briscoe, the 41 of. Why do I draw blanks when I need to remember names? But pretty much all the Stewart Haas cars, I'm a big fan of all of them. I come from a little older generation. I come from growing up watching. I was a big Cale Yarbrough fan and a David Pearson fan. So, and then going
That's
into
right.
like the early '80s with the Harry Gants and Bobby Allison's and stuff. So I'm kind of from that generation of racing, but yeah, nowadays, I'm a big Stewart Haas guy.
So I'll give you a quick Harry Gant story. Just, we're trying to fill some time. They're qualifying for Texas. As soon as we get in, we'll let you know. But so my first race ever I'm from the state of New York, but the first race I ever went to was at Bristol, Tennessee. And the reason was my father, who was an aviation guy, he had a client who was in Tennessee. He was a helicopter client. And he sponsored Harry Gant's Busch Grand National car every time they came to Bristol. So if you remember, Harry Gant drove usually a yellow. He had a skull sponsor number 7 for Busch Grand National.
Yep.
So one day I'm walking around a hobby store. They sell trains, planes, and model cars and everything. And I see the NASCAR section all sectioned off. I go take a look. Maybe I'm going to buy one. I find the Harry Gant Busch car. But not only is it the yellow Mac Tools Harry Gant Busch Grand National car, it has my father's buddy's company on the trunk, just like he did at every Bristol race. He didn't sponsor any other race, just the 2 times they came to Bristol. And here it was, all these years later, 30 years later, and it's in this model shop. It was $50, or I would have bought it. If I go back, it's probably still there. Paul Bear, he says he's a Cole Custer fan. So everyone, Stewart Haas, go Stewart Haas.
Right.
One day, maybe he'll go back to Chevy.
No, for sure. Like I said, that's who I was drawing a blank on. You got the Cole Custers and Kevin Harvick and Briscoe and Eric Almirola. But yeah, that's always been kind of a Tony Stewart fan throughout. So kind of same way. I kind of carried on now that he's a team owner.
Yeah, Tony Stewart, he won the bookends to Jimmy Johnson's 5 championships in a row. Tony Stewart won the year before he started that, and the year after he stopped. So, just a little tidbit there for Tony Stewart. I'll talk Tony Stewart all day if we don't go racing, so it's fine with me.
Break. I'm going to step away for 2 minutes before we get this going here. I'll let you know right back.
That's quite all right. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out. We got 6 guys watching in the chat right now. Hit that like button. I see 6 of you in here. I should see 6 likes on here as well. Go ahead, do us the favor, hit the likes, and make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Long live the sauce. Ken Bedford, Paul Bear, and Extreme Dirt Racing. Thanks for hanging in and giving us some chats. Higgy, we're sorry. I know you're chatting too. I'm sorry that you didn't make it along. You're one of the top guys in this series, so it's sad not seeing you move to the next stage, but it was real competitive in that first race. This second race is going to be even more competitive because only the top 12 are going to move on. So another 5 cars are going to be eliminated before we go to Iowa for the final, which is a 12-lap final. Only 12 laps. That's all they're going to get. So they're qualifying. We should be getting in there soon. They're not quite done yet. So if you need to get a drink of water, you need to take a pee, go do that. Paul Bear says he was a Dale Sr. fan. Well, that's original. Now he's a Chase Elliott fan. Oh, you're just picking the top guys, are you, buddy? Interesting enough. So everybody loves Dale Earnhardt. In fact, this is a personal effect of mine. Everybody loves Dale Earnhardt, but who? Everybody loves Dale Earnhardt, but who was the most popular driver? Bill Elliott. It's amazing, and Bill Elliott always won most popular driver, but Dale Earnhardt won all the races. I always found that kind of amazing. Race timer in 2 minutes, so it's 9:41 Eastern time. So in 2 minutes, we will get the race timer, and then we will be going into Texas Motor Speedway. Another favorite of mine. I've been to Texas quite a number of times. My father lived in Dallas for a little while, so I got to go down there a few times. Trying to get to Daytona, trying to get to Talladega, and you know what? I love the community we have going on here. We have, like 100 guys in our Discord between the number of leagues that we're involved with, besides GC Sports, Cobra Kai, my league of Major League Console Racing, if we ever get that back up and running. But who knows? One day we may end up getting a trip together. Let's all meet up and head down to Daytona or Talladega or something. Or maybe we'll head up and hang out with Butters at Road America.
Alright, so I'm back. I heard you say something about Road America.
I was saying maybe we'll head up there one day with you. What is that the closest track to you?
Road America. That's Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, but I figure it's not too far away.
Yeah, I would say either. I mean, it's kind of a. Yeah, I would say obviously a road course. For the closest oval, I would say is going to be Chicago or.
Well, they don't race there anymore.
Kansas.
Kansas, okay, that's a little further away for you though. Go to Kansas, might as well go to Vegas, where they're at this Sunday. Excuse me. I appreciate you guys being patient. I got 7 viewers in there, so thanks guys for hanging out. I am Bringerhoff17. You got Old Man Butters in the booth with me. If Long Live the Sauce doesn't make it out of the next stage, he says he's going to come up and join us for the final stage. So, but I'm rooting for him. I hope he makes it in the next stage. I don't want to see him come up here. Not that he wouldn't be fun to hang out with.
No, not at all. I mean, not at all. I mean, yeah, I want to wish him the best. Good luck. I want him to get on. I want him to move on. I want him, advance and stuff. But, yeah, Luce is a great guy to have in at the admin level. So he does a lot of behind the scenes too. Like I said, going back a little bit while we wait here. It's just a good group of guys we got working in. Like I said, every week, damn near every day, we're have some discussion one way or the other going on about.
All right, we got the green light.
Okay, let's.
I got Lucy's invite. We're heading in. Excuse me, guys. Just getting over a head cold. I don't mean to cough, but I don't have a mute button on this headset. All right, I would love to mute it for you. All right, Derek Coates driving a different number. He's in the 93. So let's go hit start. Everybody else looks like they're in a custom. Besides the 6 is Mike G. We are on the Fanatec screen, and we are getting in this race. 621 subscribers. That number was lower at the start of the night, so thanks anybody who's hit subscribe. We really appreciate it. I want to get to 1,000 by May. I think in a month and a half we could get 380 more likes. I really do. Subscribers, I should say.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, everybody out there watching, spread the word, man. I mean, this is what we're after. By teaming up with just a quick note, by teaming up with GC Sports, we're looking out for the racing community.
Yeah, we love racing. We love racers. Yeah, we want everyone to get involved Because everybody should. Racing has always been that dream sport. You got to get some money, you got to get some people around you, and it's not there for everybody. But you know, thanks to iRacing and the NASCAR Heat games and some other games out there, we have a community. We have a way to get our racing bug itch out there. And Mike G, on your pole, here we come. We're finishing lap number 1 of our second All-Star race. He's driving the Whataburger car, actually a favorite of mine. I've never had Whataburger, and I can't wait to one day have it. And I've been to Texas a number of times. I just never went there. But the number 6 car is kind of pulling right ahead. This is going to be a different race than we've watched. We saw Auto Club in Michigan. They're very similar, wide open, long tracks, 2.0 miles around, the both of them. The slightly different bankings between them, though. But Texas, high bankings in the turns, very Charlotte-like. It's a 1.5 mile track. It's going to be a little more difficult to, if you don't maintain your lines, it's going to be harder to keep up with the guys up front. And that was by design. I know Long Live the Sauce, who put this all together for us, put a lot of thought in the tracks that we were going to go into. He went easy, medium to hard. We went 2 miles, 1.5, and the next race is under a mile long in length for the track. But the 6 car of Mike G, he's getting a challenge from Fire Slayer in that custom black number 17. He has RJ Smitty behind him in the 47 car. In 4th place is the 93 of Derek Cope 10. Remember, he was the last transfer spot. He got there on the fan vote. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the 93. That's the 14 of GTR Jacob. But yeah, where you see the 93, he was that last transfer spot, the fan vote from the All-Star Open race that we just did at a little earlier this evening. 5th place is the 36 of Awesome, and that's a familiar paint scheme because that's the car he drives in Xfinity.
Yeah, so I'm just riding around here a little bit, going through the... So all in all, I believe...
Oh, we got a car in the grass. I'm sorry, Butters. We got a guy sliding through the grass. Somebody else in the wall. I'm trying to see who that was. Whoever it was, when it got back up in the field, so it's probably whoever's in the end of the field. Oh, it's the green car, is the 19, Long Live the Sauce. He's at the very end of the field. But I think it was the 51 of Big Jim who ended up going through the grass, that red, white, and blue car. I believe that's who I saw go down there. But we're on Derek Cope, who's at the end of the field. Remember, the top 12 are going to move on, and there's 17 cars in this field. So we're at about 15th here with the 93 car. Butters, go right ahead. Finish what you were saying.
So yeah, I was just, like I said, most of these guys I think have got matched their numbers again. There's a few guys in a different couple cars, but looks like it should play out that most of these guys should be easy to keep track of here this time around. So
my guess, there wasn't a... Oh, man.
Oh, another wreck.
Another wreck. I don't know if we're going to get a caution flag. I'm trying to look back on it. Yeah, we are going to get a caution flag. Terrible camera work by me. I apologize. Trying to get a view on it and totally missed it, but... We're going to get geared back up here.
Got wrapped up in that, I think. Maybe
yeah, Robbie Racing's near the back. The 16 of Kelvin, so that's another Mountain Dew car.
I've just seen
Drunk
Caddy
Fest.
go through the screen,
Oh, Drunk Fest might have been the car that went through the grass earlier. Because he's a white car, and he's way back here. The 18, Mike Marini, he is was involved in whatever that was with the 93 as well.
So that's TK Kelvin, the number 16 in the back of the field. They're driving that 16 green Chevy Camaro.
Oh, you're right. I saw 16, and I assumed it was Calling Fan who was in the open race. My apologies to Kelvin. You can't get the broadcaster curse if I say your name wrong.
Right.
Paul is Canadian. I did not know that about you, Paul. Very cool. Canadian Tire would be his closest track. Well, duh. Mike G gets to start out front once again. That's RJ Smitty in the 47 in second. And that's the 14. That's Gator Jacob right there in the white car you see in third. And 4th place, that's the 9. That was your pole sitter in the first round at Michigan. That's Sharp driving the number 9 car. I'll give you 2 guesses why he drives the number 9 car.
2 guesses? Well, I can give you one of them. I'm not sure what the other one might be.
I'm pretty sure he also enjoys Noah Gragson, but I could be wrong.
Oh, that's possible. I just always heard Sharp talking about that number 9 car is his favorite car.
Yeah, what's his name?
It doesn't matter who drives it, as long as it's a number 9.
Yeah, that's why I said Noah. Yeah, that's Chasey McSpin over in the Cup Series. The guy who likes to wreck on purpose because he didn't get what he wanted. But we'll save that for another day.
Yeah,
Sharp making a move down on the 6 car. He's going for second place as the 47 of RJ Smitty has taken the lead from Mike G, but the 36 pushing down low. Now, I'm going to say I've raced with Awesome quite a bit, and that is a very favorite move of his. He sees you racing somebody else, and he'll try to make a move underneath you. But it doesn't do him any favors here, but he does stay in line, but it gives the 6 a chance to maintain that third position. We are now above them from the blimp cam, the helicopter cam, maybe. That's Fire Slayer in the 17 black car, and the number 1 of Aquataddy moving his way up. He almost thought about going to the middle there, but Mike G shut the door on him there. 2x2 for third place here. Entering turn number 1, Fire Slayer gets a little bit high, drifts a little bit high. There's Jacob in the 14 just behind him. That's going to get the 6 a solid fourth place here. Awesome's now in third. Sharp is in second, and your leader is RJ Smitty.
Yeah, just riding around here, back here, the 5th place, what is that, Slayer at 17, that matte black with the forensic, the green rims and stuff. But I'm taken by Taddy there. He's got the throwback Bobby Allison Interstate Batteries scheme going there on that number 1.
Bobby Labonte, yeah, you're right,
Bobby
absolutely
Labonte,
right.
sorry.
I know, I got you. Bobby Labonte was a favorite of mine. In fact, there was a short period of time. Tony Stewart was a rookie in 1999, and Bobby Labonte won the championship in 2001. So I was sort of a quasi Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart fan. And then once he won the championship, full-fledged Tony Stewart. That's when I started buying the jackets and the hats and everything. But we are riding on board with Drunk Fest. He's driving a real classic-looking number 20 car. I don't know if he's like doing a 1960s, 70s scheme. It really does look that way. It's really, I gotta be honest, it's really hot. I love this scheme for the number 20. So kudos to Drunk Fest. Well, the 6 car pushing it 3 wide or just getting in the fender of the 9. That puts the 9 in the wall. He's going to lose a couple of spots due to that. Aquataddy's going to be the car to let him back in the line. That's Fire Slayer in the black car. All right, and here we go. Awesome, making a move for the lead, and he gets a little bit of help as the 6 and the 17 move down to give him a little push. Everybody knows RJ Smitty is fast. Nobody wants to see this guy get out in front and take command of the race. So therefore, you see help go against the 47, and it's nothing personal. It's just kind of a smart move. But now that the 47 is in second, now we're not going to help the 36.
Right, and like I said, going back, we will be going from 17 cars down to 12. So, yeah, I know the race is early yet, but the big watch is going to be that last stage watching back here from 13th on. So 5 guys' night's going to come to an end after this race, but yeah, it's going to get real dicey
car in the
here.
grass. You got in the pit road. Oh, they're still wrecking.
Big wreck in the back.
Looks like Mike Marini back there. I saw a green car. We're under yellow. We are under yellow. I don't know if we were coming to a white flag. I'm actually trying to get a lap count right now. That was coming to 4 laps to go. So we're going to have a green-white checker shootout here. If you don't know what that is, if you're new to NASCAR, I have invited a couple of my friends in here that don't know anything about racing. But if you're new to NASCAR, green-white checker means you're going to get a green flag, followed by the white flag, followed by the checker flag. So it's basically a 2-lap shootout. Not basically, it's absolutely a 2-lap shootout. That ended the stage. All right, so that ended the stage. So we don't have to worry about a green-white checker. That did not end the race. It ended the stage. Forgot this race is a little longer than the first race. I saw 4 to go. All right, so we took a pit stop. Mike G, your pole sitter, ends up in 3rd. Awesome is in 1st. RJ Smitty is in 2nd. Fire Slayer is in 4th. And Aquataddy has ended up in the top 5 after that first round of pit stops.
So yeah, you think about it, Breaky, to these guys, just, there's really nothing to drive hard for up front, technically.
Well, don't tell them that.
You just got to maintain. You're basically, I mean, if I was in this race and my goal is to stay in that top 12. I know it's early, it's stage 1, but man, like if my goal is, hey, I stayed at top 12, I'm going to move on, then let's go race it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's why you're here, buddy. You're here to remind us of the strategy. And as I look back from 2nd place, Mike G, everybody on the bottom line. Wow, Aquataddy trying to make a move, almost got in the middle there. He ends up on the high side. A lot of guys want to get around Mike G. It's like they don't trust him or something. Like they don't want to follow Mike G, which seems really weird. He won the pole for the first 2 races.
Yeah, and that's the $1 million question. How much do you want to take a chance getting racy up front? Because, you know, one wrong move, you know, like I said, it's early. But if this was the last stage, how aggressive would you get? Because one wrong move could take you right out of the next round.
I didn't say his name, but I moved the camera to Picola Gator, and then as soon as I did, he got tagged coming out of turn 4. So that puts him at the rear of the field, but we are still at only stage 2, so it's not the most dire situation. And if he can get that draft, remember what we said way earlier in this broadcast, these races are on high draft. That still matters here at Texas, especially on high draft. In regular draft, you'll get a draft pretty much down the straightaways. In high draft, you get it in the turns. Maybe not all the way through the turns, but you get it a lot more than you do on regular draft. So with that said, we're watching the 21 car. We're on board with him, and look at him. He's pulling up on that green. I believe it's the 18 of Mike Marine. It's the 16, sorry, of Kelvin. He's catching the draft, and now you see these guys have calmed down a bit. They're kind of getting in line. A couple of guys went down low to make a pass perhaps here, but I think somebody tagged the wall. A black car up there. He's now up high. Find out who they're 3 wide now is the, I don't know what number is that green and white car, got down low trying to make a move. I haven't taken a look at that car very much, so I don't know who he is.
So it looks like Teddy has moved in the number 1
Marini.
spot here.
That was Marini in the green and white car that made that 3 wide.
So I'm riding around here with Mike G, and it looks like the number 1 Taddy is your race leader. So as long as those guys stay in line, I don't believe Taddy's going to get too far away from him. But if they get racy behind him, he might put a little distance on him. But I'm sure they can erase that real quick once they get back in line.
So you see that blue and yellow car towards the back of the field. We are on Picola Gator, but he's looking right ahead at that blue and yellow car. That is Robbie Racing. Robbie Racing is in the last. He's in actually the first guy out. He's just trying to pass the bubble. Let's try and get on him actually. We're trying to get back there. Oh, Mike Marini gets tagged into the wall. So now he's going to go back. So now everything changed. Let's try and get back to who we are. So that's 17th, 16th, 15th. We're on 15th. Boy, we're on 15th. There we are. That's 14th and 13th. That black car is Picola Gator, so we'll go back on him. He's 15th. So just ahead of him is 37. That's Robbie Racing. Now Robbie Racing is on the bubble. It took me 2 laps to get here, but we're here. But Robbie Racing, he is your last transfer spot. So Picola Gator, even though it's stage 2, that's the position we're looking at right now. And yes, Aquatati, as you look up ahead through the field, that is your leader. RJ Smitty is down low, getting some help. They are 2 by 2 for second. The 48, Loosey Goosey, he loses the spot, so now he is going to be out. Picola Gator is in.
Yeah, it's going to be shuffling every lap here, all the way through that bubble spot. So it's going to be interesting when we come down to the end. But yeah, you check out that action on towards the back. I'm going to try to just stay towards the front in case something happens up here. But I know most of the action is going to be on
moving
that.
around.
Yeah, but you know, you go back there and look at that bubble transfer. I'll just try to stay up front here in case something happens. But yeah, it's crazy.
Well, we're still in stage 2, so I'm still cycling around. Drunk Fest, we're now on the 20 car, because this car's just sexy. And he's going to go down low by himself, but the 6th throws the block. Gator Jacob, he kind of had nowhere to go but high, but he doesn't really want to be there. He's going to try and get back in line, but Gator Mike in the 12 is going to get right back underneath him. I think for the rest of stage 2, we got to stay up here because, you know, we want to see who wins these stages. No one is going to lose out. Oh, Big Jim, he gets loose. I don't think he had much help there. He got loose down the back straightaway. Ends up back in line at about, well, I don't know who the leader was there. 4th, we're in 4th, so yeah, they're about 8th. Guys are, if you notice, the run is getting longer, and every lap they get a little looser coming out of turn 4. A couple more cars find it a little bit. We were talking about that just before the race. Turn 4 at Texas. It's a terrible corner to be loose in, and some of these guys are getting pretty loose.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of these guys start looping it here, coming off 4 now. So it's going to be basically a battle of the Tricia, or how do you say that fancy ass word? But it's going to get, yeah, these guys are going to get looser and looser as we turn laps here.
As they crossed the line, they came to 19 to go in the stage. They're on lap, 19 to go in the race. I'm sorry. They're on lap 32 of 50 here. Coming to lap 33. And your leader is Aquatati. He's your leader.
So we are in the last stage of the race.
Yes. We had that caution flag, and, you know, that kind of gave us the hiccup. Mike G, he stayed up front all race, by the way. You know, Drunkfest, he kind of went back to the rear, and he came back up front. Big Jim, we saw him mid-pack. He's coming back up to the front. But Mike G in that 6 car, he has basically not been out of the top 4. He started 3rd at the stage. Here goes Robbie Racing making a move down low, but the 20 is going to close the door. Pico Ligator, he's made it back up. See, he's always patient. Doesn't freak out. He's still back up here. He's going to transfer from here on out. I think it's the 17. Let's go to Fire Slayer. Yeah, the Fire Slayer is right now 12th, so that's your final transfer spot. Everybody behind Fire Slayer at this point would not move on. We still have a number of laps to go, but as we close down, you see all those cars, they're losing distance. Maybe they can catch the draft. You see Lucy Goosey, that's the white car just behind Fire Slayer. He's trying to catch that draft. Everywhere Fire Slayer goes, that's where Lucy's going to go. And just behind him is Mike Marini, and he's doing the same thing to Lucy Goosey. Those other 2 poor souls, that's Long Live the Sauce back there, and I don't quite know if that's the 93 or somebody else. Yeah, that's the 93. They're back there as well. And you see another green car in the way back. These guys are right now, Kelvin is this car, so that's Long Live the Sauce back in the back. These guys are praying for a caution because there's almost no chance for them to catch up. They can draft together, but that's a lot of cars up there they have to compete with, and it's just going to be more difficult for them to get that speed to close the gap. They will catch Mike Marini, who's in front of them, but it's going to be tough to catch the field without a caution.
So it'd be the number the number 17, the Slayer, he pick up a spot on Awesome?
He did, and Lucy Goosey actually caught the field, so that last car on this field is the first guy out. So that's something you could look at from here on out. Mike Marini's trying so desperately to catch it. If he can sniff that draft, he will. He might be, as a matter of fact. So look for that green and white car, Mike Marini, to catch back up. But Lucy Goosey, he's your first guy out right now. Awesome is your first guy in for the final race. We are on Robbie Racing in the 37 cars. He's battling with the 47. Wow, RJ Smitty has lost a number of positions after being up front so much of this Texas event. Pico Ligator now making a move on him down low. He's just caught up high and he can't get down low in this long line of cars. And if he waits till the end, that's it. He's out, which would be slightly amazing for what is obviously one of our top competitors in RJ Smitty.
Yeah, Fire Slayer has picked up a couple more spots, so he's insured himself to get up there so he doesn't have a chance to have an issue to lose that in that bubble spot. So he's already picked up a couple more spots. He's went past GTR Jacob and the number 47 RJ Smitty. So riding around with him. So it looks like Awesome. So it's actually a battle now. It's going to be between the 47 and the 48 for that last transfer spot.
Right, we're keeping an eye on it. We moved up to Drunkfest as he's running in 4th. And if you look back from Drunkfest, we'll get on that camera. You see Fire Slayer, you were mentioning him, and Pico Ligator have been working very well together. The 21 and the 17 have basically just followed. Well, the 17's been following the 21 ever since he got behind them. And it's been working out for both of them. They've caught Robbie Racing. They're not trying to, all these guys up here are not trying to do too much. You see the 6 is hung out to dry? It's not by design. He got up there. Well, yeah, he tries to move down to the end of the draft. He doesn't want to fall too far behind. You see he gets into the 20 of Drunkfest 17. But
now the 36 of Awesome got loose coming off. That puts the 48 into the show now.
And there you see those 2 white cars. We were looking back at them from Drunkfest. They are battling for the final transfer spot. As we get down in the laps, we will make sure to get back there. They just hit the line to see 10 to go. So 10 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. In Denton County, it's about an hour north of downtown Dallas in Denton, Texas. University of North Texas just down the road. Michael Strahan, one of the alumni there. Sharp has found his way to the lead. Is that Aquatati in second? No, that's Big Jim in second. Aquatati has actually dropped to 6th. He's behind Gator Jacob and in front of Robbie Racing, who has also been patiently moving his way back up to the field. I said the 21 of the 17 have been working together. You might as well put Robbie Racing in that conversation as well, because the 3 of them have been bumper to bumper for the last 8 or so laps. We got 9 viewers out there in YouTube land. Thanks for hanging out. Give us a little chat. Let us know what you think of the racing so far. Oh, the 6 of Mike G gets put up in the wall. He was trying so hard to get back down to the line. It may have cost him. And the 47 also got put up in the wall. Mike G is upside down if we don't see a yellow flag here. And the 93 is also upside down.
Yellow.
Now, look, I'm not here to make accusations, but he got up into the wall. That didn't look on purpose. But from there on out, he didn't look like he was trying to save it very well. He got in front of some guys, and here we are under yellow. Under 10 laps to go. Everybody's pitting. Fresh tires. This is insane. We have no idea what's going to happen. This is the greatest part of it.
Yep, putting on last adjustments are 4 freshies. We're going to have a 10-lap shootout here, boys. It's going to get wow.
And if you thought you were getting loose, well, loosen it up, because it's only going to be about a 5-lap race. Well, Mike G, way back in the field. He does get to have a chance here, but way back in the field to start this. Your leader is Sharp in the number 9. As we look back from him, Drunkfest ends up back on the outside. That's where he started this race, at the outside pole, and he's going to get right down behind Sharp. Again, the top guys here, they're not going to make waves, but look at the back. Oh, we got a black car up high. That looked like RJ Smitty. He got pushed up high. He's now in the back of the field.
I believe that's Fire Slayer lost a bunch of spots.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of black cars, so it's hard to tell. I thought I saw a red logo.
Black and green number 17. Yeah, he's racing back there with Luce right now, so I'm trying to figure out what... I'm trying to get a count here on
17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Mike G is in 12th. Mike G is in 12th. We are on board with Mike G. He's just ahead of Long Live the Sauce, who was really happy to see that caution flag come out, as he was at the rear of the field after an unfortunate incident. But Mike G is in our transfer spot. We're going to stay right here and try to stay focused on where this transfer spot's going to be. We know Sharp is leading. I don't anticipate a lot of guys going for the win. Picola Gator down low on Big Jim, though, as Big Jim gets hung out to dry. Mike G is still hanging on in 12th place. Awesome down through the grass. But not so pass in the grass by Awesome. Long Live the Sauce. That puts Awesome in 12th, and Long Live the Sauce up high on him. Here comes RJ Smitty roaring back in the 47. The 93 of Derek Cope 10 is rounding out this field. There is Fire Slayer back there. And I think that's maybe Gator. No, that's somebody else. I can't tell. Behind Fire Slayer.
Is that the number 29 of...
That's Calvin. No.
Is that Calvin back there?
All right, hold on. Let's get this position. They are winding down. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. The 47 is in 12th. 17, 16, 15, 14. Wait, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes, the black car. Oh, and the 37's around Robbie Racing. He takes a couple of guys with him. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. That puts that black car back here in 12. We have another yellow flag. We're going to get a green-white checker to figure out the second race of this 3-race All-Star Series.
Oh, I don't even know what to say.
I don't even know where to put the camera.
Yeah, I mean, this is just...
Fire Slayer gets another shot. Loosey Goosey was that car in the back. He gets another shot. Let me tell you, I'm 6'4", and I am just on the edge of this seat. I have a bad back, and I can't move from this spot. 9 viewers, 9 of you are going to see quite a show. Share it right now. Get it out to your mom and dad. Tell your friends. Tell your uncle and cousins. Mike G up here in 6th. Let's get up there to the back. Here's Loosey Goosey. We're going to take a view from the rear of the field. He's in 17th. That green car just ahead. Not the one just ahead of him. That green and blue car you see up there, that's 12th place. They are real tight back there. Lucy's down low, trying to make moves, but the RJ Smitty up high. They save it. They hold on to it. Of the 16, and Kelvin's going to pay the price, though. Robbie Racing, we are on 16th place with Lucy Goosey, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, only one car behind him. Oh, the 47 gets come down on by the green and white car. I think that might have been Mike Marini. Not quite sure. Robbie Racing. Oh, another car on the wall at the 36 of Austin. Robbie Racing runs into him. Is he saving? He does, but he tags the 48. And Lucy Goosey might be in 12th. We're trying to look back. This might be 12th place. He might be 13th. There's 2 cars in the back. So that's 17, 16, 15, 14. Lucy is 13th. He needs to catch this draft. I don't know if he has enough time.
Well, they're wrecking up.
This is the last lap. Does the 18 make it? He gets past. Lucy Goosey makes it. And he passes the number 1 of Aquatati, who spun coming to the line.
Oh, my. What a... I don't even know where the finishing spots were there.
Robbie Racing was the first out after all of that. Aquatati lost a couple of more spots. But Lucy Goosey, he ends up making round 3 at Iowa. And Aquatati, who was up front for nearly this entire stage of events here in Texas, ends up missing because we kind of saw it, but we weren't focused on it. So, and we had a replay, we would do it. But an amazing finish here for the second race of this 3-race series.
Oh my, oh my.
Wow, so many guys thought they were making it. Some guys thought they were surely making it. One guy here who thought he was not going to make it. Wow.
So we got our official results here coming in. Looks like the winner of the race was the number 20 at Drunk Fest, pulls out the victory.
Good for Drunk Fest. Good job.
GTR Mike finishing second. Third went to Mike G. Fourth is the number 9 a Sharp. Fifth goes to Big Jim. Sixth, GTR Jacob. Seventh, GTR Picola. Eighth ended up being Long Live the Sauce. Ninth, Fire Slayer. He had that tough break there at the end. He got the Prayer Yellow paid off for him. And the 10th is Mike Marini. 11th was Derek Cope. And 12th final spot was Lucy Goosey. So a couple guys that ran in the back, especially Derek Cope, really paid off with that last unfortunate wreck there coming down. So yeah, so guys like Aquatati, RJ Smitty, just that off top of my head, Robbie Racing, their nights all come to end off a bad break here at the end of the race.
Yeah, I mean, it was hard racing. Those guys were side by side. They were putting on quite a show for us for sure. And yeah, kind of amazing. Good job for Drunk Fest winning the race, but just so Lucy Goosey, like congratulations to you, Lucky Dog of the Day award for sure. I wonder if Taddy's going to come up here because I could imagine he may be a little heated.
Yeah, he might have some opinions out there. He might cool off and join us here yet, but so what we need to do now is we need to go into we got the top 12. We need to go in and we're going to have a random draw for starting order. I have a randomizer on my phone, Brink, and
that's right. We have a randomizer. So I'm going to do this. Should I announce it in the chat? Should I tell the drivers that it's coming in?
Right. We can say it on air, and then you can type it in the chat.
Okay.
So I'm going to get that set up here right now, so we can go to that. No,
we have a 10-minute break, but we do have a bit of work to do. So stay. Yeah, Taddy's not joining. I don't blame him. I just saw his message.
So we're going to set up our...
You guys need the 12, or you got them?
I got the 12 results.
Okay.
Yeah, tell the guys I'll be writing them in the Discord as well.
Okay.
So I got 12 guys, no repeats. Okay, so we're gonna go. We're gonna get this going so the guys know where to line up. So I'm gonna hit her right now. You hear that? You hear that ding? That means the phone went off and a number's picked. So we're gonna start from the. I believe we're start from the pole back.
Okay. Is that how you want to do it? You want to go from the rear forward?
Should we go
I
back?
think you should go rear forward.
Yeah, because the last
Okay.
guy picked. Yeah, I mean, that's how we do
Okay,
like the
that's
draft
fine.
picks. Yeah.
Let's do it that way. So the first number drawn, and whoever was that finishing order in that last race, number 2 will start out 12th.
Kelvin. Wait, number 2? Like the car number 2?
Second place finisher of that race.
Oh, gotcha. That's how I got to write it.
We gotta have to look at results.
Gotcha. All right, give me 11.
So next guy, so starting 11th will be the guy who finished in the 6th spot in that race. That would be
Who
Are
got,
you
Brink?
looking?
I'm not. I'm just looking at the Discord, typing them as you tell them to
here.
me.
Okay, let me go to. I'll have it right here.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
And just tell me
Says
who's going to
should.
start 10th. You want to? If you give me their names, I'll write it. But I got 2nd place finisher
Yeah.
and 6th place finisher.
Just give me a second. I'll go to the finish order.
I know Drunkfest won. That's all I can remember. And
Just let
I'm
me
not
get-
clicking on the. What do you call it?
I'll get
The
there.
the war
Okay,
room.
here we
I'm
go.
not clicking on the war room. I'm not doing it, guys. I'm not reading that yet.
Okay. So, second place finisher, starting 12th, is GTR Mike.
Okay, and then your next spot,
Then
11th
the
spot,
guy
is
that
finish
is
6th.
Yep. So the 6th place finisher in round 2 was GTR
Uh-huh.
Jacob, starting 11th.
Is Jacob on here? Oh, he's not, right?
No, but just if you write their names down, Brink,
Yeah.
I'll just go through it with you guys. 'cause
All right,
I
who's
have it in
10th?
front of me.
The next spot goes to the 8th.
8th place finisher, round 2. Long live the sauce.
Okay. 9th.
The 12th place car.
That'd be loosey goosey.
All right. Good job, buddy. Oh, whoops, wrong one.
10th place car.
10th place car is Marini. Finished round 2 and 10.
Sorry, 8th is Marini.
Next starting spot goes to the 11th place car.
Which is Derek Cope. Finished 11th in round 2.
All right, 6th place car. Getting up there, guys.
Your race winner.
Drunk Fest starts P6. He won round 2.
All right, 5th.
Your 4th place car.
Sharp. Finished 4th in round 2.
All right,
Alright,
and
so we're in the top 4, huh? Top 4
yeah,
starting
top
spots?
4 starting spots.
Whoa, starting 4th, boys.
Starting 4th is your 9th place winner. Nice place.
Fire Slayer.
I just nice.
Starting P4.
All right, and 3rd.
Alright, top 3 here.
Your 3rd place car.
Mike G. Alright,
5th
here we
place
go.
car.
Big Jim starting outside front row. So that leaves the pole sitter up to the one and only
Picola Gator. Number 7.
Picola Gator. Starting
Wow.
on the pole at Iowa, boys.
There you have it. There's your starting grid here for our Iowa race.
Awesome. Oh, it's going to be a doozy, boys, huh? You guys having fun up in the booth?
Oh yeah, we're having a good old time here.
Oh,
We're
that's-
having more.
That racing is berserk.
It is for sure berserk. Yeah, we've been having a hard time just trying to keep everybody
Oh.
straight because we page through so much because we're
Yeah.
watching the bubble guys and
Yeah.
it's insane. I hope everybody's having a good time.
I
I'm
mean-
sure there's a few hot guys right now with that last
Yeah.
wreck that happened, but you know, it's, like I said, it's part of it right now.
It is. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to go prepare the mind, get another cold beer, and we're going to let the sucker rip.
All right, good luck, Lucy.
All right, good job. Good luck, man. All right, so there you have it. There's your starting lineup. I'll go through it one more time.
So I believe how they're going to do this, Brink, before we go there, when they get in, I believe they're going to have a 2-lap pace lap to get lined up, and then they'll go green, manual green. So.
All right, so the back 2 cars, we got 12th place Marcus Aureli. Oh, that's his Discord thing. Gator Mike in 11th is Jacob. 10th is Long Live the Sauce. 9th is Let Loose. Marini is in 8th. Derek Cope is in 7th. 6th is Drunk Fest. 5th is Sharp. 4th, Fire Slayer. 3rd is Mike G. 2nd is Big Jim. And your pole sitter for this round 3 will be P. Cola Gator. Yeah, man, this is going to be fun. A couple of guys are pissed they're in the back. A couple of guys are feeling really lucky they're on the front. And they're heated. A lot of guys are already on edge, as it looks like. So it's going to be a really, really awesome time. Once again, shootout. 10 laps after a 2-lap pace, correct?
Yep, here it is. It's the last race of the night. We got $125 on the line for one lucky guy. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun here.
All right, we're just waiting to get the invite again. Thanks, everybody. Still 7 guys watching. Let's get those likes, though, all right? Hit the like button. I want to see some likes out there. 621 subscribers on this channel. Let's go. Yeah, guys are definitely heated out there. Guys are still racing, just so you know.
Yeah, I won't be looking at any other chat until after this is done.
All right, so we got a couple minutes break. They're going to get in line, and then we're going to go. So just hang tight. Now, you know, the one drawback for this system is that it wasn't designed. The game doesn't help in that way, where you have to do so many different things to get organized. But yeah, it's still going to lead to some really exciting racing once we get going.
Yeah, so just a couple other things, you know, like I said, it's 13% race, which just looks like it's 36 laps. Once again, we're going to be on high draft 1 times wear. With this race, we're not going to have stages though, but we're going to have relaxed cautions. So pretty much is a shootout. So these guys are going to have a little patience here at the beginning, and hopefully they got something at the end there for each other. But like I said, the lucky winner at the end of this one will receive that extra bonus. Plus, we got an extra bonus finish spot that's put on too for the lucky driver. Is going to have finishes in a certain spot that's already been predetermined. Will pick up an extra 20 or pick up an extra $20. Yeah. So anybody out there watching, streaming, or watching the stream yet, hang in there. The best is yet to come here. We're gonna got 12 of the fastest guys that have earned this spots in this last race. I just want to point out one thing, Brink. You know, so I read you said one guy that made it all the way to the end here, racing that Iowa race, and that's Derek Cope. He was our vote-in guy coming out of the open, and he's made it all the way to the last round.
In fact, and let me go back and look at this. Him and Long Live the Sauce are the only ones from the open who are still alive. So cheers to them. Kudos to them.
Right. I mean, that's what we kind of wanted to see. That was what I was hoping. We at least get a couple guys from the open here in that last round. We got exactly what we were kind of hoping for.
So we said 10-minute break. It's been 10 minutes. We've gotten the invites. Do we join yet?
Yeah, I'll look at the chat.
There's nothing yet, but Luce is talking to us. Those bubbles are moving. You know what sucks is I lose one of my streamers. With Taddy not in the race, I have to go to somebody else. Taddy wrote back. He said he's cheering for the 11 or the 12. Oh, I'm cheering for 11 of the 12. Everyone but the 9. So I think I understand who got him out of shape and got him to spin coming out of turn 4. Again, we didn't see it. We'd have to go back and watch it, which I haven't done yet. For obvious reasons, we've been a little busy. But yeah, But if we go back and look, it looks like something may have happened between those two. They were battling for position. We were so focused on Luce and who was going to make it, and it was really exciting. Like, I feel really bad for Aquatati and everybody else who finished behind 12th. You know, I do. I feel for you. You guys were racing really hard. You were trying your effing best. But just you got to feel good for Luce, you know.
Well, and you know you're going to have that. You're going to have guys that caught, you know, stuff like that. Guys caught a bad, tough break, and there's a couple of guys that caught a break. So, you know, yeah, it's just, it sucks how it went down. But, yeah, I know, I feel bad for the guys that got, we had a couple of really fast cars, like I said, top, Aquatati, RJ Smitty. I mean, these guys were running up front pretty much all night in every round. So.
All right, the timer's going, so we should be getting in there soon. There's another invite, so we'll be getting in there. Your patience will be rewarded. Thanks, Ty. I know you tried. I know you tried. We'll get in here momentarily. There we go. And we are going in.
Load it up.
Iowa Speedway. I forgot to look. I know it's like under a mile, or maybe it's like 1.03 miles or something like that. But it's considered a short track. It's just not the shortest short track.
Yeah, I believe it's just what I heard. Like you said, it's just a hair over a mile.
When we get on one of these streams, I guess we'll choose Fire Slayer. He's still in the race. The guy who wanted to get out early so he could go drive the new game, Gran Turismo 7. He's here for the long haul, everybody. All right, we're gearing up. Green flag here at Iowa Speedway.
So they're going to take a couple pace laps here to get lined up.
Right. They didn't. This is how you're going to get everybody in the position you're supposed to be in. It's technically it's a 36 lap race, so they're going to take 2 of these laps just to get organized. And like you said,
but they should be able to do it pretty quick. I believe most of these guys have done stuff like this before, so it ain't the toughest thing to pull off. So it looks like all in all they're pretty much lined up. Pretty much right now, they're pretty much where they need to be. So.
Well, you can tell Long the Sauce put a lot of thought in his scheme because he made sure it was the same exact scheme at every event tonight. And he's been in all 4.
Right.
That's Derek Cope fan in the 34.
Between him and Derek Cope, they've had a full night of racing.
So here's Pete Colligator. They went green. They did 1 pace lap and they went green. Pete Colligator jumps out to the early lead. You see GTR Mike there jumping from 3rd to 2nd. Big Jim in the 51, he's falling back to 3rd. It's going to be a little easier to call the race because I'll recognize the cars a little more here. Big Jim getting some competition from Sharp, who's in the 9 just behind him.
Yeah, so we look like riding along with Firesight. So he's in his familiar number 17 Cup car now. So
in the All-Star version, actually. So good for him putting the All-Star scheme out there.
Right.
From 2020. Now you see we're on board with Drunk Fest. He's trying to make a move here on the 17, at least trying to stay within the grasp of Fire Slayer. See, now, I know some guys may have been disappointed starting in the back, but it's a 36-lap race, and it's Iowa, so make some moves. You know, you guys, I see some guys in the back making some moves. We'll go back to here in a second. We're on board. This is Mike Marini. We'll see what's going on around him. Long Live the Sauce is back here as well, trying to make a move. Remember, he raced the Open, along with Derek Cope 10. Luce is in the way back, and so is GTR Jacob. Those are your last 2 cars. There you see Gator Mike in a black and blue. Unfamiliar scheme, but the familiar number on that Gator Mike machine. Sharp getting caught way up high.
Looks like we had ourselves a new leader. Look like Big Jim there. has moved himself into first place with Picola right around in that second spot.
There's Gator Mike as he's closing in on Derek Cope 10 in the 34 car. Now, Iowa, it's actually one of my favorite smaller tracks because it's such a technical track. You really have to get into turn 3 a specific way. You want to stay at a certain point down the front straightaway. Oh, Gator Mike tags the wall a little in turn 1, took a high line and kind of scraped by. Didn't do too bad, though, costing him. He's still in the grasp of the 34. But, you know, you get down low by the yellow line. You see Gator Mike gets right, Mike G gets right down on the yellow line here coming out of turn 4. There's your pole sitter, Picola Gator falling back to 3rd. And then the same thing here down in turn number 1. You got to let go of the gas at the right moment and get your car to turn at the right angle and get all the way down to turn number 1. And if you're caught high, you can fight back, but you can't stay up there for very long.
Right.
Oh, the 34 spins out. He's a little loose coming out of turn 4. That's another thing about this track, as Derek Cope has a little trouble out of turn 4. You can get loose here. You know, the car is wound so tight, but you need your tire pressures. The car does break loose out of turn 4, especially because you have it so tight for turn 2. And honestly, conversely, it happens both ways. You can be pretty loose out of turn 2 as well.
So yeah, we're looking at probably got what, 5 laps in, 6 laps in on it.
Yeah, 5 or 6 laps. They don't need a fuel stop, I'll tell you that. They probably will need tires, though. See the top.
Yeah, so is that the
5,
thing?
6, 7.
If we go green, is there going to be some? You know, are some of these guys going to have to take tires to make the end of this race?
We are on. Here's Sharp. He's getting passed by Gator Mike right now down low. And this is your front pack, essentially. You know, Big Jim's your leader. Sharp is giving some room up high, and Gator Mike's going to go down low. He's going to beat him to the line, but Sharp's going to fight back high in that white and teal number 9 car. Drunk Fest here you see in the red car is following Fire Slayer, who we are on board with. And Gator Mike makes the pass, clears the 9, and he has that position. And it looks like we have... Let's see, we have 4th is Fire Slayer, so we have 7 cars here. The 14 of Jacob has actually passed a lot of cars in the back, and he's catching this front group. We'll see if he can catch all the way back up to him. And that's Lucy Goosey just behind him.
I just took a notice of number 12, Gator Mike. He's running that high side. I mean, he's actually handling himself very well up there along the wall there. So he's running kind of somewhere no one else is, and see if he can kind of keep the momentum up there.
It's working out. You're right. He has kept momentum up there. I saw him before, except for the lap he might have tagged the wall. He's been making a lot of his moves from up there. He's been the only one to be able to really do it. At least the only one we've seen do it. Drunk Fest has also run a slightly higher line in turn 3 and 4, I've noticed. But he still dives down to the yellow coming out of the turn. I actually think a lot of these guys are running a little high for the straightaway going into turn 1. But there's Gator Mike Way. He's really running that Larson line up there now.
He's sending it. He got nothing to lose. I mean, he's going to send it. I mean, he's, like I said, he has really nothing to lose. Keep it off the wall. Keep the momentum.
Yeah, we'll go on board with Gator Mike. He's giving quite a show out here, battling with Sharp. I think after this turn, I'm going to go right on the roof cam. We're going to see that angle that this number 12 Ford has been making around this track. In fact, why don't you turn up the speakers, give it a little, I can't think of the name of it now. Taddy has a name for it for Giggity, but technically this isn't Giddy. Just turn those speakers, crank it up. That's what it is. Crank it up.
Yeah, let's
get
just
them
crank
loud.
it up.
Let's follow Gator Mike around the track. High around the track. Coming back.
We are back.
All right. Hope you turn the speakers down. I don't want my voice to kill your eardrums. But we came back. We cycled around a little bit. We came back on Mike G. This is one of the better battles right now. They have come a little strung out up front, but Gator Mike and Sharp are making a run at each other. Mike does tag the wall a little bit coming into turn 3. You see the 14 of GTR Jacob and Lucy Goosey driving the 48. Just catching up to this group here, and Gator Mike has now cleared the 9, and now he can maybe start to work on catching the leaders. We have under 20 to go. Then it was 16 or 17 to go when they just crossed the line there. I'll try and get a confirmation here real quick.
So yeah, just riding around here with Big Jim, you know, just little anybody out there watching. Big Jim is our one and only independent driver in this league for this season. The rest of these guys are all part of teams. Big Jim was a late addition after the draft, so we decided to let him have him as an independent. But he's also going into our, I believe, he's going to be going into our playoffs. I'm not sure if he's our points champion, regular season points champion, but he will be part of the draft next season. So he is very well sought after here coming in, and we got our captains doing some wheeling and dealing and trying to make moves to get that first overall pick, because rumor has it that Big Jim is going to be our first overall pick. Things could change by then, but yeah, very talented guy.
Well, he's been minding his own during the first 2 events. He stayed near the front. He didn't win either of them, but not for nothing. He's showing this is what he was waiting for, and he got the front row. So that was definitely a benefit to him. Mike G, you see, is still in second, and Picola Gator is still in third. That was your first, second, and fourth place starters. Or Gator Mike might have started third, so pardon me. This is your top 3 from the start. No one has been able to catch them or pass them. Gator Mike and Sharp are still battling. You see Jacob has lost a little bit to this group now, as Lucy Goosey is just behind them still, but Sharp and Gator Mike are putting on a heck of a show. So's Drunk Fest and Fire Slayer. They've nearly swapped positions. Fire Slayer passed the 20, and the 20 has been trying to get back around the 17. This is a battle for 4th. As you see, Picola Gator just moved into second place now. Oh, yep. Slayer comes down, loose off at 2, tags the 20, and then tags the wall. That's actually going to give Gator Mike a little bit of time to catch up, but there's still a bit of a distance here as the 9 and the 12 and the 48 are now 3 wide out of turn 4. The 9 tags the 12 and the 48, and then we lost the camera right when it happened. The 9 is spinning. Sharp is around. He may have taken somebody else with him.
Will that bring out enough to bring out a yellow? I do not think
It wasn't a yellow, but him and Long Live the Sauce are racing together, so I want to say it was Sauce who was an unfortunate victim of that spin by the number 9 car. The fans are disappointed, to say the least. I see you. Drunk Fest has now hung on to third after passing the 17 of Fire Slayer. Fire Slayer trying to work back a little bit of a higher line, like you were saying, run where they're not, and he's coming out high, but scrapes the wall as he's trying to get that extra speed. And listen, I've been there. You try to go faster, or you end up screwing up or doing something different, and it happens because you don't have a lot of time here. We're coming to 10 to go. Big Jim is still your leader, and he's been pulling away ever since the 21 got around the 6.
Well, I'm sure that number 21, he's giving it all he's got. You know, he talked a little bit before the race, a little bit. He was talking about being Big Jim, probably being the biggest threat here in his final race. And well, here it is. You got Big Jim leading and Pete Kohler running in that second spot. And, see if he's got anything for him at the end here. If he can, how aggressive he drives it, or if he's going to use his stuff up, or what's going to happen here. But yeah.
You know, I'm not saying Iowa's not a great track or nothing, but it's kind of not as tightly packed and exciting as we were watching the first 3 events tonight. But needless to say, you know.
Well, right. I mean, yeah, it has strung out a little bit. But like I said, we kind of wanted, Saucy kind of wanted to make, wanted 3 tracks, kind of 3 different sizes. Maybe we didn't have it, maybe we could have had maybe the first round at this track, but that's all hindsight. This is good racing. This is what we put it on for, and
right. And like I said earlier, we talk every day, and every time we do something, we try to make it better the next time. So, as exciting as tonight has been, we are going to work at making it even better for the next season. Which
this was our official first All-Star in the league. So,
right, you didn't do one in the first season.
We did not have one in the first season.
And like you heard Butter say, after this week, next week starts an 8. Do we have we have a caution? Oh, there we go. I don't know what happened. We were watching Mike G, so we didn't see what might have happened. But we do have a caution flag. And that's going to bunch everybody back up.
Is anybody going to stay out? I wonder how many laps we have left.
It's a green-white checker. It's 2 laps.
Oh.
There was 3 laps to go when that yellow came out. So get ready. Pull them belts tight. Boogity, boogity, boogity. I just want to bet, just so you know. Here we are, Picola Gator on the pole. Big Jim ends up in 3rd.
Big Jim ends up 3rd. Derek Cope stayed out. He must not have pit.
Yeah, the 21 and the 34 probably didn't pit. So guard that bottom line, Picola. Here we go. Can he pull it off? The 51 goes low. Drunkfist trying to give him a little help. He gets below the 21. He's going to give him a push. He's not going to be able to hold it unless he can. Oh, sharp down on the wall. The 20 and the 20 and the 51. Here we're on Drunkfest. Picola Gator out of it now. Falls to 5th. Gator Mike now up here in the 4th as he follows the 20. The 20 is going to have the position on Big Jim here in the 51. Oh, the guys, they get caught up high. Picola, Gator Mike get together, and that's going to take them out of it. Here we are in the last lap. Drunkfest is out in front as he got the low line. He's still down low. Can Big Jim make a move? They come to the line out of turn number 4. It's a drag race, but Drunkfest, he holds him off. The 20 wins it.
Oh my, what a finish. There's what we wanted to see at the end.
Absolutely.
Drunkfest holds off the last minute charge of your race leader all race, 51. It's a beat and bang it coming down for that checker flag.
Again, we have no idea what happened, what brought out the yellow flag, but for the fans' sake, for you viewers, that's a good thing. That brought up a really exciting finish. Big Jim, who ended up starting 3rd, finishes 2nd. Drunkfest, he came from behind Big Jim to win this. So, way to go. Big effort out of the Drunkfest in that number 20 car. Congratulations to him and Big Jim and Fire Slayer for finishing in 3rd. There's your podium for the All-Star event here for Cobra. Let's get the top 3 in for an interview. We can get all 12 of these guys in here. It's going to be a hell of an interview. Well, let's go with the top 3. That would be Drunkfest, Big Jim, and Fire Slayer, who's probably so itching to get over to play GT7. There he is, Mr. Drunkfest. Congratulations. We'll be with you in 1 moment.
So before we get into, I just want to make it, before we get into, we had that extra $20 bonus going on. And the special spot drawn for that $20 bonus was the car in the 9th finishing position. So the winner of an extra $20 goes to the number 34, Derek Cope.
Of course.
So this guy not only gets in through the fan vote, he races his way through all the way into the last round, and then he ends up being in that bonus spot that was predetermined before the night started. I mean, kudos to the guy. I don't know if he's got a horseshoe stuck somewhere, but good job, Braves. I'm sure we'll get a hold of you somehow to get you your $20 bonus, but yeah.
Yeah, that's on Loose. You gotta talk to Loose.
Yep. Well, we will definitely get stuff out to you guys who belongs to what.
So I
Do
know
we have
Drunkfest is
anybody
here.
in
Is
yet?
did anybody else? Did you invite Big Jim?
Big Jim should be in.
He's already offline, honestly.
Okay, so Big Jim.
I kind of want to invite Pete Cola in here and find out what happened at the end. All right, we'll see if Fire Slayer up there he is.
There he is.
Welcome to the booth, Fire Slayer. Third place finish in the Cobra's first ever All-Star event. Congrats, man. Tell us all about it.
Man, I didn't want to get this far.
I mentioned it a few times how you were itching to get on Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I mean, I tried everything possible to get to leave after Texas.
Yeah, we were on you a little bit there because you had a little bad luck. You got kind of tagged. I think it was coming out of turn 2. And
Yeah, I got kind of tagged a few times. But,
yeah, but you ended up fighting your way back up, and we saw you, Pete Cola, and Robbie Racing kind of just staying in line and being patient together, and you guys, all three of you, just moved up through the field, one by one.
yeah, Texas. I mean, Texas is a rough track. But Iowa, I was starting to become one of my better tracks for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, that's good. That's good. Now, in Michigan, you guys were racing pretty calm up front, at least the top 6 of you, at least. If somebody got out of line, you just didn't let them back in, but you guys were really patient. It was really good strategy by everybody. But that Texas race at the end, that got kind of crazy. Where did you start at that last restart? Were you still about mid-pack, or were you near the front?
At Texas?
Yeah.
I was in the back.
So
With
what
like
did you
14.
see? What did you see on the last lap?
A lot of taking, no giving.
Yeah, we kind of missed out on what actually happened there. Well, all we basically caught was Taddy flying through the air. Like, I don't know if did you see what kind of started that from your point?
No, I was just smart about not.
You were focusing not getting involved in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you. But no, yeah, I just want to shoot a shout out, man. Congratulations. You made her, yeah, you ran her through, and hell yeah.
Yeah, I
you
kinda-
had a fast car.
That last restart with the Iowa there, man, I don't know what happened. I don't know if I entered too low or tried cutting it too low. This thing was trying to kick out on me. I mean, if I could get that thing hooked up on the outside and get that run, I think it would have been real close. But yeah, I mean, GG's to Drunkfest and Big Jim. Drunkfest was just hammering the shit out of my rear bumper the whole
Yeah,
race.
you guys had a really good battle and stay in the end of this last race here we saw before the caution came out. So that was fun to watch. Thanks for giving us something to watch there. Honestly,
Well, appreciate it. Appreciate you having you out week in, week out, Slayer.
Yeah, appreciate it. And like I said, I'm gonna be taking the summer off. Like to come back in the wintertime though.
Oh yeah, we do for sure have a spot. Yeah, you get busy in the summer, and we all understand that, and it is what it is. So, but yeah, we're gonna let you go so you can hit GT7 here.
No,
Have fun,
I gotta go
bud.
to bed, and the old lady wants to play at GTA. So, all right, gentlemen.
All right,
have a good
man.
night.
have a great time.
GG's.
We'll see you soon, Slayer, and good luck the next 8 weeks.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Drunkfest. Since Big Jim didn't join, it's we're up to you. Congratulations, winning the first ever Cobra All-Star Series. Man, that was just some crazy racing through the entire event, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It got crazy with that caution. I wasted a lot of time behind fire. I wasn't trying to keep hammering him, but I had to go. I knew I had probably second to third fastest car, and I needed to get to Jim. So I had to keep going. I gave him the spot back a couple times. But our entries were so different. He's on a wheel, I'm on controller. So that kind of added to it, but gave him the spot back a couple times, and then finally got past him. I think he got loose, and then running 2 down for second and third. Was expecting to get like round third. Last caution, I just cranked her loose. Cranked her as loose as she'd go.
So what do you know what brought out that last caution? Because we were watching the leaders, and then all of a sudden they all slowed down.
I have zero clue. I was cross-tracked from them, and I just seen 3 guys go around on like the dots on the track map.
Oh, the ghost, the ghost yellow.
It worked for me though. Mickey Yellow, I'll take it.
Butters?
Right. I mean, yeah. Like I just wanted to ask you there, Drunk, is you know, you riding around there. I don't know exactly where you were before that last yellow come out, but you get that break and that yellow flag does come out. I mean, what are you thinking there, man? You're like,
just put 4 and loosen her up. See what she got. I only lost 1 spot. I restarted that last one 5th. And got to the
probably a
bottom,
benefit.
3 wide, and got to the bottom of Jim. And then, I mean, Jim deserved it, obviously, but he got to my bumper in 3 and 4. I just held the brake. If he got under me, it was over, but we got beat and banged the line. I held him off, so excited.
yeah, that was a very exciting finish. That's what we seen you guys coming down to the flag, and I called it right away. I seen the beating and banging, and I was like, I was all jacked up. I was fired up. That was awesome.
I had no choice. I had to hold him off.
Yeah, we really appreciate it on this end of things.
Yeah, like I said, and I'm not sure if you know 100% sure, or maybe you've heard, but yeah, you're a cool winner of about $125 here tonight, Drunk Fest. So we will get in touch with you on how we need to get those winnings to you. Either I don't know if you have a Venmo or whatever, but we'll get in contact with you in the chat so we can get that to you. But yeah, congratulations! Walk away with $125 here tonight.
Oh yeah, real excited. But I knew going in. I knew I had to have something after that last restart, so did all good.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, anything else, Brent?
Well, you tell us about Texas, because again, we were focused at the transfer spot, so we didn't see what happened kind of up front or in the middle. So if you have anything to report for us, it'd be great info.
No, I just held the bottom. I didn't want to get moved up track and then get wrecked into the wall like a couple other people did. I seen it 3 wide behind me and held the bottom. So I was just looking at my back bumper, wasn't looking anywhere else.
Right, that seems to be the what everybody was trying to do. Maybe some people were ignoring what was going on and it caused some drama. I don't know. I'm not making any accusations, but yeah, it was a great time. But look, I have Eric Jones's All-Star ride up on the screen. You are the All-Star winner. You had a really great looking ride out there. I actually made a comment in the middle of Texas, maybe it was Michigan, how awesome I thought your car was. Was there an influence? Was there something you were copying that car from, or was that just a natural design of yours?
The Iowa car was just Wood Brothers throwback, like the Pearson, close I could get it on.
Right, I'm talking about the white and blue car.
Yeah.
The Xfinity car, though, yeah, we made a
That
comment
it was
on
the
that. That was a
Texas,
sharp
yeah.
car.
That was Fred Lorenzen. Put a little stripe on.
No, I knew I said it.
Yeah.
I said it over the last. I think this is a 60s, 70s scheme. Because you had the small type on the over the fender, you know, and I even noticed your hood. I really thought you were going for a really old school scheme. So good job, good job.
Yeah, I tried to.
No, it
That
looked
was
good.
awesome.
That was one of the first ones we pointed out.
Fred Lorenzen used to drive the 28. It's tragic cut to his career, but yeah, that was a good scheme. Good job with that one, dude.
All right, man, appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, like I said, once again, congratulations, bud. Enjoy your little bonus money, and appreciate you, not only me and the rest of the admins. We appreciate having it out every week and being part of the league, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. A lot of fun.
All right, good luck the final 8 weeks, and we'll be looking and watching for you. So, everybody else out there in YouTube land, appreciate you watching. And look, I waited till the end of this to say anything, but if you have watched this and you have been enjoying it, we are looking for a sponsor. We have the 3rd season coming up. Not too much. It's not too far away. And I'm a part of it. I'm going to be running the Xfinity series, the lower series. I'm going to be helping as much as I can to broadcast the Cup series here on Friday nights. And we want viewers. We have viewers. We have a lot of people that chime in. We're building an audience. We're part of a really big community with thanks to Giggity Cringe and Aquataddy's help. So if this is something you want to be a part of, we have send us a message. You could send me a message through YouTube. You could get on the Discord and send a message to any of us, and we'd love to talk about it and see what kind of deal we can work out obviously you're not going to get into specifics in the public airways, but you know what I'm saying. So look, anybody out there, you want to help us out, we'd appreciate it. We want to start having money races. We want to get trophies for people. We want to really make this the biggest, baddest online racing series, console racing series that's out there. So give us a shout, and we'll be here every Friday night. Xfinity races at 8 o'clock and Cup races at about 9:30 every Friday night. Butters, our commissioner, our final word.
Hey, I ain't got too much to say. I just want to say it was an awesome night. Another good job done by you, Brink, being the lead man here in the booth. And I just want to wish everybody a good night. And we'll see you all next Friday for first round of playoffs. I believe we are at Martinsville.
Excellent first round track. All right, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to GC Sports. Subscribe to Cobra on YouTube. Look for Brinkerhoff 17, and I'll be out there running my races as well. Guys, we'll have some fun. Godspeed and drive fast.
Good night, all.